Um, and now we are going to have the next speaker, and I invite Ling Teng Shang, the chairman of All Green, to come in stage. Ling Teng Shang is a leader of All Green in Taiwan. You are mentorship, you learn bamboo cultivation, and you have discovered a new path on bamboo mosaic virus infection, leading to a groundbreaking research published in Frontier Link. Lin Shang achieved virus crop yielding to up to 11 tons per hectare.
12.
So,
Around 12.
okay.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Jimmy. Hold on. Let me go back to the first page. I'm sorry. I didn't really update my latest PowerPoint, but I will go on. When I think something, I'll just talk about it. And again, my name is Jimmy, and my Taiwanese name is Zhang Linton. And first of all, I would thank WBC and Taiwan Bamboo Society for having me here. I'm here not just representing myself, but also for my father, and also representing the Taiwan cultivation industrial. And before I begin, I just want to say, normally I'm down there, not up here. So I'm a little bit nervous. So if anything I say you don't understand after the speech, please feel free to talk to me, okay? And I'm from southern part of Taiwan, from Baihe district, and our main crop is bambusa or honey marrow because the price is the highest among other shoots in Taiwan. And our planted area is about 2.5 hectares, and we have 30 years of experiences. And it all started with my father, and I inherited it about 10 years ago. Our harvest amount is about 12 tons per hectare, and the breaks is 7.8, and the hardness is about 3.9. This is a very critical data that we gathered throughout this couple years, and it is a standard, how do you call it? A status? No, a standard whether you want to know if the bamboo shoot is good or not. Okay. And beginning of virus-free seedling with the tissue culture, I want to talk about the bamboo mosaic virus. I want to talk about that first. This virus was found in Brazil, 1977. And so that's about 45 years ago-ish. And what this virus does to our bamboo and to our shoot is it will decrease the yield by at least 70%, 70 to 60%. And this virus, if you get infected, it has no cure. There's no vaccine for it. So only thing you can do about it is just dig it out and throw it away. Okay, that's the only thing. And the sweetness and the aroma of the bamboo shoots is not that sweet, and the fiber gets so hard. Let me give you an example. A normal bamboo shoots, when you take off the shell, they're about 70% is edible. That's normal bamboo shoots. But if it is infected with a virus, it is only about 20 to 30% that you can consume. Okay, and the quality is really bad. So in the 5 years ago, Taiwan's largest bamboo shoot processing factory owner, his name is Stardy, and he is one of the keynote speakers for WBO. He came to us and he asked what can we do about it, and we share our experience. We also taught him how to manage the bamboo farm properly to avoid the bamboo mosaic virus. So for the past 30 years, we have been trying to teach or educate the farmers in Taiwan to plant virus-free seedling. And I want to talk about this professor. You studied from her. One of the earliest ways we can avoid the bamboo mosaic virus is studied from her. She is the first scientist from academia Silica. She developed a tissue issue on bamboo. And I forgot to enlist one of the species that she did. It was a Phyllostachi. The rest of the name is Machinoi, right? And no, that wasn't the name. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. But because she developed this seedling, and we are able to plant a virus-free bamboo shoots. So our quantity and quality can remain the same as before. And this is a tissue culture from her. It, compared to the traditional branch seedling, is about 40% growth rate. And the forestation is at least 2 years. However, my father came up with another method. This is called temporary air laying methods. And it has 200% growth rates compared to branch seedling. It's really fast. And the forestation, actually, it's just 1 year. Normally for Taiwan farmer, 2 years. For us, under our technique, that's only 1 year. Okay? And as I was saying, for the past 30 years, we have been trying to communicate with farmers, because bamboo mosaic virus in Taiwan, the coverage is about 80% above. 80% above. So for the bamboo shoots that you eat recently today or yesterday, there is a great chance it is not a good quality. But this virus does not affect our human body, so don't worry about it. Okay, and year from year, we were invited by the government sector, and we are trying to tell the farmers, you have to change your thought. If you want your production to go up, and you have to plant the virus-free seedling. Okay. And this is Starley, the guy I just mentioned. He came to us because he has the bamboo quality issue. Because on the market, in Taiwan, he is the largest supplier on the market for the vacuum bamboo shoots. And because the quality problem, he came to us and asked us for help. And the bamboo shoot processing is pre-cooked and is canned, which the doctor just said, and we have a Taiwanese researcher right there, and she just talked about. It's not that hard. You just have to cook it and probably medium well, and then you put it into this plastic vacuum bag and suck all the air out. And then you put it into an autoclave. An autoclave is like an instant pot, high temperature with a short minimum of time. So you can make it really fast, and it can last up to at least 1 year. The smell, the texture are good. Okay, 1 year shelf life. And as I was saying, we were helping Mr. Lee and his farm, and these are three guys on the right side. They are helping Mr. Lee to cultivate the bamboo shoot, and we teach them. We educate them how to avoid virus and how to manage their forest farm. In these 30 years, we help at least 1,500 farmers in these 30 years. We try our very best. 10 years. Let me show you this picture first. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I didn't get a picture, but it was on newspaper. I'll send you later. You look the same as now, really. She didn't change. She didn't change at all. And this picture was taken in 2014, the first time I met Susan. And where is Li Fang? Is Li Fang here? Oh, she's probably upstairs. I don't see her because I met Li Fang at this time 10 years ago, and I have to take this chance to thank her because she built this Taiwan Bamboo Society from the ground up, from nothing to something. So if she's here, I just want to say thank you, and yeah, let's give her one applause, please. Please do that for me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And, oh, my bad. And we also have other foreigner. I forgot her name. She's a postgraduate professor from Harvard University. And when she saw the airline ceiling, and she told me about the signals, the plant in the bamboo nuts, between each bamboo nut, it has signal. Because we were asking her about the bambusa ohami blossom problems. Last year, the bambusa ohami blossom is about 50%, and it is still going right now. It is still happening right now. One interesting about bambusa ohami, it has no seed, so that's a problem. Okay, and I'm just hoping the Ministry of Agriculture, they can help us to solve the problem. Okay, and the guy next to my dad, this is my father, Ko Cheng, Zhang Guozhen. The guy next to him is Fang Wei. He is maybe one of some of you know. He is from Zhejiang, China, and he is the director of Bamboo Industrial Institution. And he came to us. We exchanged so many opinions, and it was a great experience. However, in the past 40 years, the transmission, the infection way of bamboo mosaic virus was known by our cropping knife. That was the only way that we know for the past 40 years. And this problem, it bothers my father so much. So we asked the government sector and see if they can do something about it. But we worked so hard, and there's no progress. There's no way we can find it. That eventually, we met Professor Yao Huixu and Na Zhenling. Professor Yao Huixu, she's the vice principal of Zhongqi University, and both of them are professor of pathology. And Na Zhenling, she is Professor Lin, she's from Academia Sinica. So eventually we went to him, and the guy in orange, this is Professor Zhong Qihu. He's a protege of Professor Xu. So eventually we met them, and it takes about 2 to 3 years, and we found another path of the transmission. Let me show you. So this is Professor Zhong Qihu, and you see, there's no laser. The insect. Okay, this is a critical finding. The insect. And that's my dad. See, we capture the insects, and we take it to the lab, and we test it. And this came out in 2017. Okay? I don't know if the virus can affect every bamboo species, probably not. But as I said, it was found in Brazil, and it has the highest coverage in Taiwan, like 7-Eleven everywhere. Okay, until today, it's still up to 80%. And because we found this, so my farm right now is virus-free. We know a way to avoid the virus, okay? And Professor Lin and Professor Xu, they said we are the first two farmers, not a scholar, who are the first author and the second author, but the credit should go to them, because without them, without their guidance, this dissertation will never be released. And this. This is a critical picture. This is how it gets infected by the insects. So let's talk about the quantity and quality. This article was published this year by Taiwan Agriculture Station. And they are Taiwan Agriculture Station. They are responsible for bamboo harmony. So Mrs. Wang, this article talks about Mrs. Wang, and she is the 5th time top 100 young farmers. And she can produce 6 tons per hectare. So let's take a look at some numbers. Okay, so according to Taiwan Agriculture Station, bamboo harmony, the cultivation area is about 7,000 hectares. And the central channel, we sell it to our largest auction market in Taipei. And other channels like traditional markets or online shopping, etc. So average is about 8.85 tons per hectare. That's not a lot. So anyway, I take the number of Taipei auction market, 13,000 annually, and I times 10 times. Normally just 5 is enough, but I times 10 times, just make the number looks better. So let's make some comparison. The first one is the Miss One, that's her 6 tons. 6 tons per hectare, so there should be 42,000. But in the market, in Taiwan, estimated is about 1.85. My farm, we can produce 12 tons per hectare. See, this is what the virus has done to Taiwan, and it is still a problem. And we are still unable to solve this issue. Maybe you guys haven't, I'm not sure. The virus has been spotted in China, Vietnam, Brazil, maybe some other country, I do not know. And if you wish to, this virus, one thing I didn't mention earlier, it slows down the metabolism of these plants. So it will also affect the photosynthesis. Okay, this is very important because it will eventually, one of the reasons we plant bamboo is to lower down, to absorb carbon from the air. So if you are infected with the virus, which means it lowers down the carbon sequestration, okay? And this is, I want to show you a few of the cropping technique that was developed by my dad. This is just single bamboo pole conduce, the shoots that you look at right here, okay? Let's take a closer look. And this is two poles. That's about 21-ish bamboo shoots. It's one of our special techniques. Okay. And how did we manage to produce 12 tons and with 7.9 sweetness and 3.8 hardness? This is one of the reasons that caused it. I have to thank the Taiwan Agriculture Station. 10 years ago, they subsidized wood chipper for us. Before that, farmers, we chop off the oldest bamboo pole and we just throw it away or just burn it, okay? It's just so wasteful. So my father think that we should use this and return it back to soil. So this is what we did. And this is what it looks like. We chop it off, we shred it, return it back to where it came from, okay? And by doing this, it will increase the organic matter in the soil, and it will help you to fight against flood and droughts. This is one of the pictures that from one of the scenes from typhoon. There isn't that many typhoons in recent years, but 10 years ago, there was a lot, almost every year. And we thought it was over. This picture was taken around August, and we thought the bamboo shoot season is over because flood washed everything away, okay? But that's not true. we only lost 20% of our production, only 20%, and we wonder why. So we dug it in, and we looked into the soil. This is wormholes, earth wormholes, and some other microorganisms that we don't see. And this is very important. Please look at the casting of earthworm. What color is it? Exactly. One of our biggest findings throughout these 30 years, when you plant bamboo, okay, for our species, bamboos are harming. 2 years from light brown into a dark brown. And this is correlated if we talk about carbon sink, okay? This is very important. And I would like to thank 3 of the executive officers from the Ministry of Agriculture, and a guy from the left. That's Vice Director of AFA. That's Yao Zhiwang. And in the middle, that is the Director of Tainan Agriculture Station, Luo Zhenzhong. And the guy on the right, that's the Director of FA from Southern Branch, Chen Liyi. They had helped me with a cold chain supply. Normally, after we crop our fresh shoots and put it into the freezer, it takes about 4 hours. So I did a little experience. The shoot lost about 7 to 5% of weight. And the quantity, you have to sacrifice some of the quality. You have to, because after 4 hours, the surface becomes really rough. So you have to cut it off the rough parts. Because the bamboo itself, after you cut it down, it is still breathing. But with their help, with the cold chain supply, it only comes down to 1 hour. Then we put it back into the freezer and keep it fresh. Okay? And Director Rowe, I want to mention about him, especially, he was nominated for Taiwan Top Agriculture Experts. I told him about bamboo is C4 or C3 plants. And if I remember, Suzanne, we talked about this. I asked you about whether, I think Professor Lin, right? Right. And because Director Rowe, he's an expert in terms of rice. So he told me, it is very interesting that we should compare bamboo with other C4 plants. Because according to our plantation, the metabolism and the leaf and the rhizome, the roots, keep on expanding. So the carbon sink that generates in our farm, it should be far more than corn. Because after you crop the corn, you have to wait for a while. But us, we renew our farm every 7 years, and it only takes us 1 year to make the bamboo become a bamboo forest. Only 1 year. So he said this point, and I think our Ministry of Agriculture, they should pay more attention. I hope they can put more investment on the research of the carbon sink actually done by the commercial farmers. Okay, and as I was saying, my farm generates 12 tons per hectare. So I asked the Tainan Agriculture Station. They put a small weather station. We want to come up with a formula so we can know on what kind of condition that we can produce good quality and good quantity of bamboo shoots. Okay. And this is a precision irrigation system. It saves me time, saves me labor force, of course. And this is a tensiometer. It is kind of important actually for me because I would know. One of the side effects of planting bamboo, especially for tropical, it needs water. It needs water. It does. But because of that, because the fast metabolism, that's why the carbon sink is so much. Okay. And this is the bamboo branch waste. Normally, for farmers, we just put it back to the ground. But I read an article from Japan. They turn this into some other product, like pit moss, and for feed for livestock. I'm gonna tell you that later. Okay. This is done by the Taiwan Forestry Research Institution. So I forgot to list the English name. So let's take the first one and the last one. The last one is bamboo-style harmony. So you look at the number 8.6. That is the annual carbon sink per year. And the one on the top, 9.96. That is a phyllostachy machinoi, right? But one thing is interesting I wanted to mention about, yesterday I met a guy from Switzerland when we talked about this, because the one on the top, it is up in the mountain, and the one, bamboo-style harmony, is on the lower ground. But we are in a tropical island, and I think the weather gets warm and hot. It really fasten the speed of carbon sink. So this number, maybe I need to talk to them, because this research was conducted 10 years ago. And as I was saying, bamboo mosaic virus, the coverage is about 80% up. So I'm not sure if the method was done maybe there's a better way. So I have to talk to them. And hold on, okay. As I was saying, let me go back. Japan, they turn the additive for livestock. I'm going to show a picture later why they turn that into a feed for livestock. One of the reasons, it lowers down the methane, okay? And pit moss, Japan. For us, for Taiwan, for our farmers, we return it back to soil. And China, paper napkin, clothing, sheets, and the latest one that I know is electrostatic paper. That's something special. They turn it into, they make it into a charcoal, and they trip it into a really nano size, really small, and they turn into paper. Okay. And one thing I want to mention is about use bamboo for biomass fuel. It will cause silicon dioxide, and it will cause issue for the burning chamber. It will damage the burning chamber. I'm not sure the problem has been solved or not, but so far I heard it from Japan, and our industrial institution. They told me maybe for biomass, bamboo for biomass, it's not a so good choice right now. And I got this picture from Costco in Taiwan. It's made in China. So expensive. I think the paper towel is about $600. That's Taiwan dollars, about 20 USD. It is not cheap, actually. Made out of 100% of bamboo. And nutrition facts. I just want to mention one thing. The last one, the column, look at the number 10. That's asparagus, and that's calcium. But for bamboo-style harmony, the calcium is 44. And this research was long ago. It's conducted in 1991, but I'm not sure I can't really find the latest nutrition fact so far. But maybe, doctor, maybe we'll talk about it later. Okay, so why did I do this? Because I read a paper from Japan, so many papers, research paper from Japan. And they take they use the bamboo waste, the branch waste, for livestock. So I want to do the same. And so I took it to the Livestock Research Institute. And just for your reference, two things. This is why I did it. There are two bacteria found in bamboo-style harmony. One is lactobacillus, and the other one is bifidobacterium, just for your reference. And I think there are lots of different kind of bacterium in bamboo in different bamboo species. So maybe you can do it in your country and try if you can make something out of it. And Japan used their bamboo powder to feed the livestock, and this is one of the reasons it can reduce the methane. Okay. I would like to take a chance to thank our Thailand City Mayor, Wei Huang. Okay, and this is the guy in the suit. He's our former Thailand City Mayor as well. Both of them they are eager to promote our agriculture product, and he is currently our vice president, and he's gonna be the president of Taiwan for the next 4 years, by the way. Okay, and this is the team from Professor Yao Hui Xu, and the latest problem that we have for bamboo hormone is the blossom. And we are really close to the answer, actually, but he's 70 years old and he has to retire. And we are able to tell the different species, in bamboo harmony. It is different, and he's the first one. He's the first one who did it. But unfortunately, he has to retire, so the research didn't continue. Okay, so I hope the Ministry of Agriculture can value his work in the future. And the lady on the left, that is the lab member of Professor Na-Sen Lee. And at last, I want to thank both of these two professors because their work is so critical to us. And maybe in the future for the world, because the bamboo mosaic virus is around the world, would it affect your product? I don't know. That's for you guys to find out. And last, I think I'm not here just to talk about our cultivation, because I think at some point we believe that bamboo can help on climate change, lower down the rising temperature of the world. And we hope to share our cultivation to the rest of the world and share our knowledge, our know-how to the world. And again, bamboo it could be one of the plants that will reduce, it can reach to carbon neutral. That's one thing I believe, because from our farm, we know bamboo can do so much for the environment, not just for the air, but for the soil itself as well. Okay, and last, I want to thank again for WBO, Suzanne, and Show, and Taiwan Bamboo Society, Li Fang. Is she here yet? No? Maybe? And thank you again. If you have further questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.
Thank you, Lin Tang Shen.
Thank you.
Thank you for a very brilliant presentation.
Thank you.
Is there any question? There is one. There is two.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
You didn't mention, but it was in some of your photographs, and I remember from visiting your farm, the use of the plastic, the black plastic.
Right.
Perhaps you could explain why you do that?
The character of the tropical bamboo is when you cover it, the bamboo should actually grow faster. Yeah, it heats the soil. And another thing is prevent it from the sun. And if the bamboo shoot gets the sun, it turns to green. And the green part is toxic, actually. So you have to cook it to make it evaporate through the air, through the cooking process. Okay, so normally there are two ways. You can cover it with soil, and the other way is the plastic. It is important, but it really depends. If your soil is sandy, you don't really need the plastic. But if it's not sandy, like also it's really sticky, so you have to use plastic. Let's Li Fang. Please, everybody, give it up for Li Fang again. Thank you. Please. Yes, I saw you.
Thanks so much. Jimmy, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you are part of the new generation of bamboo growers.
Yes.
I'm surprised how much you have learned from your daddy and how much you are giving us your knowledge. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Any more questions? Anybody? If you have further questions, come and ask me after at the lunch break. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. In the name of World Bamboo, thank you. Thanks a lot for your brilliant presentation.
Thank you.